just got a revver. What's up, guys? It's another episode of Gallery Garage. Today I'm gonna figure out how to get this bed off that truck and put it on the fire truck. And then what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to rebuild this whole underframe here. So it's from 1986, it's old, and I think it'd be a lot easier just to rebuild it than it is to reuse this one. So this truck I bought a couple months ago. I completely knew I was going to use this for the project. I wasn't going to use it as a tow truck itself. It's pretty clapped out, but I'll show you the truck real quick. It's got a lot of weight reduction. As you can see, there's not a lot left to this truck. That's the floor. Floor is removable, and then if you lose your brakes, you could just Fred Flintstone your way to a full stop. Oh man, not one gauge works in the dash. Besides the glow plugs, the low coolant, and the radio. Headlights work. Everything else doesn't work. The cigarette lighter does work. This is my defrost. The windshield wipers work when they want, and sometimes the switch smokes, so that's good. This, oh, it's closed this time. Nice. Yeah, that stayed open. There's a little bit more weight reduction. Nick ripped the panel off over there. Here's a quick clip of how that happened. All right, so the defroster does not work in this truck. So we got this little thing pushing out a little heat. Should be fine. But then we got this little light. I don't want to move it, but so we got this plug, the light's on. We got a strap, to a piece of metal holding the strap, to a radio weight, and it's keeping the light. And yeah, this is a tow truck. We bought a tow truck.
You want the trim?
Did you bring a trim?
I'm gonna just put it here.
Oh, that's a nice. Oh, that's gone. And this is actually a diesel. Back in the days, they made diesels in these things. And uh-oh. Okay, there is a way to open this thing. It doesn't like it very much. There we go. All right. This thing's a 1986 diesel, 6.2 liter. And besides the truck, you know, being pretty clapped out, the only thing that's actually good is the motor and transmission. It drives awesome. A little bit more weight reduction there. It was a little bit of insulation for something. I accidentally did this. Well, Nick broke it. I dented it, and then I said, "Oh man!" And I kicked it like this, wham, and broke it again. And yeah, you know, it runs pretty. Oh, look at that dent! I didn't do that. Pretty much bought this truck the way it is. The bed is phenomenal. It actually just needs a couple little welds on the bottom. But other than that, it's a pretty solid truck. This thing starts up every time. It was like, I don't know, 10 degrees a couple weeks ago. No block heater or anything. I cycled the glow plugs twice, started right up. This thing smoked like crazy though. It was actually pretty questionable whether somebody's gonna call the fire department or not. So, and this tire has a massive bubble in it. Right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, it's about to blow. Yo, this truck's gotta be so fast. Look how light it is. There's just like so much weight reduction in this thing. Uh-oh. See? Look at that. That's another 10 horsepower right there. Another 3 miles to the gallon. The floor is just falling out of this thing. It's a little smoky. Once it actually warms up, the smoke goes away. And you can see the exhaust does not work. On the way home, Nick was like, send it, bud. He was following me. So I hammered down and all of a sudden you hear like a boom. And then it got really loud. It just blew the exhaust right out. So this is how you put it in PTO. Push the clutch in, pull this handle out, and let the clutch out. That's it, it's in PTO. Simple. This is the push-pull piston nut. So you just pull this nut off, suck the piston back in, or pull the piston back in, whatever, and that'll pull out. And then the bed is actually not connected any other way. That's the only thing that holds the bed actually onto the truck. And then there's some hydraulic lines, like brackets, that I got to disconnect back there, and the bed should come right out. Perfect. As of right now, the bed should be completely disconnected. I got the two hoses off. I cut a couple wires that went for the strobe light on the roof that didn't even work, and I guess a couple running lights. So now the challenge is to get the bed completely off the truck. I don't think that's going to be a challenge for me. It's going to be a little bit challenging figuring it out, but as you guys can see, I could do some pretty crazy stuff. You know, tow truck, some things have to come to an end. So I'm stealing the bed. You know, there's nothing to say. It's my bed now, and you're just gonna have to roll away onto some new dreams. Okay? So don't disagree with me. Don't argue. You just gotta give me the bed, nice and easy. All right? It's almost off. What happened was it caught the second tow bar, and this tow bar never worked. It's not connected, and it's jammed, and now it's just pulling the tow bar completely out. And I'm assuming there's a spot where it'll stop, but the hydraulic winch motor is right there, and I don't want to rip that off because I need it. So I'm gonna grab the skid steer and lift this thing up and then just pull out peacefully. Guys, you gotta check out my lowrider. You can't get any lower than that. It's the Ghost tow truck. All the way to the ground. Slammed. Yeah. Alright, well, that wasn't so bad. I mean, it's probably not the proper way to pull one of these things off. But do I do anything proper? No. So next, I gotta figure out where to put all this stuff. See if the skid steer can actually lift this thing up by itself. So I want to get it onto the fire truck to take some measurements. And if not, I'm gonna have to prop it up somehow, then pull the fire truck under, and the fire truck doesn't drive, so my brain's going bonkers. Well, I looked under the seat. Look what I found. The whole operation, maintenance, and parts manual for jerr-dan from 1986. It was called the Wrangler Light. It's got everything in it. Whoever that guy is, something Thomas, the serial number, all the part numbers, everything. Oh my God, this is great. It has everything that I need because there's a bunch of parts that I need. I don't know if they're still available, but I'm definitely gonna look. The demonstrator. Look at that. You better winch properly or else you'll become a snake neck decapitated. Oh man. Jeez. Look at all these pictures. People would be so offended. All right, if you're offended looking at this, you probably shouldn't watch the rest of this channel. Look at that. He got squished. Oh man, this is great. And then in the back here, it has every single part number for like everything, because I need a lot of these brackets and the wear bushings and all that stuff. I mean, I'm gonna rebuild a subframe. I'm sure somebody has one somewhere in America, but I'm just gonna build it myself because I'm modifying it to fit the fire truck anyways. But this thing is sweet. It's got the winch, all the winch part numbers, and then actually the hydraulic pistons are bad. The seals are bad in them. And look, it's got all the part numbers, service kit numbers and everything. That's perfect. Sweet. Ew. Is that a booger? Yuck. Oh, yes.